I want to tell you guys a quick story while I'm out in the meadow hanging out with the bull here. His name is Waylon, after the Waylon Jennings. We also had a Willie and a Chris and a boar hog named Johnny. So we got the highwaymen of the male animals. He's gone. I want to tell you guys something that I have not told many people, only a few of those closest to me. I want to tell you the story about me, why I run a mobile kill service for people in Berks, Lebanon, Lancaster counties in Pennsylvania, and what keeps me going, because this is not an easy job. This is a difficult job to do, no doubt. The story starts with a young man full of blind ambition. I don't come from a long line of business owners. My dad worked a 7-to-5 job all his life, taught me to work very hard, sometimes too hard, as you can see. Sorry, that's a pretty bad cut from yesterday's slaughter day. 5 beef and 2 hogs, which is pretty common for our seasonally adjusted time here. But I'm gonna tell you a story. I have my notes about a young man with ambition. I was actually given a vision. So I just had this vision of a butcher shop franchise that extends throughout most of Pennsylvania and probably throughout the East Coast once that's successful. But it would be a small 2-man shop, and you'd have one mobile kill truck feeding everything. In the more rural areas, you would focus on custom work. In the more urban areas, you would focus on teaching and really making the product clear to people. I filmed that clip in October of 2019. We had already been butchering. We had already started this business. I had been in it for 8 months. And this was sort of an unfolding and unpacking of where we were supposed to go in the future. As I record this today, we are 4.5 years into this. And I want to run you through some of the highlights that we found along the way. None of this would be possible without the amazing people that have come alongside of me personally, and then have joined the team and have formed the leadership team for these 2 businesses. So Mountain Man for one, and then Keystone Cattle Company, which is our new direct sales line. We get so many calls of people asking us about beef, especially because they know that we know a thing or two about the all-natural, the antibiotic and hormone-free, pastured animals, non-GMO fed, vaccine-free hogs, and also grass-fed beef. I will say this last 4.5 years has been the most work I have ever done. This has been the toughest thing I've ever done. It's been an incredible struggle, mentally and physically, mostly mentally if I'm being honest. I've been given a very strong constitution. Thank you, Mom, for taking care of me and teaching me about good food. My mother has been my inspiration for all of this, for my interest in regenerative agriculture, for value add cattle, as we call it, things that are better than what you're going to get in the grocery store. We also try to hit a couple different price points, a couple different levels, because everybody's at a different spot in their journey. And we want to reach as many people as we can with this. And so if you're just starting in the journey, we want to make it easy to come in and be a part of this community. This is how we grew up living. We have so many people locally that have an uncle or a friend, a neighbor that raise a few hogs or a beef or 2 each year, and it's just the cleanest, best protein that you could hope for. But a lot of people don't have those contacts. A lot of people don't have a farmer friend, and I want to be the farmer friend for those people. That's why we're trying to grow this and expand it as much as we can. So my wife is still a part owner in the butcher shop, along with myself and our business partner, Eric. So you might be saying, well, Derek, this sounds like an awful lot of work. Why would you ever do it? Especially if you are struggling in the beginning, as all small businesses do, to make a living. It's because that something deep inside, the way I was made, who I was made to be, is yet to be revealed. It's because I have been given ambition to do this thing. I've been given a knowledge and a desire for really good, healthy, clean food. This is not attacking anyone, please understand. This is simply saying we are in a free country, and I want to provide people even more good options if they have the income, disposable income, and the freezer space to store it. And if they desire a product better than what is in the grocery store, I want to be the person to bring that to them. Not casting judgment on the commodity system. That needs to exist for our nation to move forward. But there are some people who would like a better product for their family, and I want to make that process really smooth and consistent. So this entire process has been a huge struggle, ups and downs of mental and sometimes physical health, and certainly questioning whether we should continue on. But we haven't quit yet. We've made all our payments. We are now in an area, in a time of our business where we are receiving some breakthrough blessings, where finally the tide has turned from only struggle now to some success, where we can take a weekend off here or there. I've been working 6 days a week for the last 4.5 years. And it's only in the last little while that I've had some Saturdays off the last 6 months or so. And those have been a blessing to be able to recover, because obviously stuff happens and you need to rest. I want to end by saying thank you to everyone who has contributed to our success. My business partners, our wonderful, wonderful employees, the people who have come into the shop, who have either used our butcher service and allowed us to grow that, but especially the people who buy the animals that we raise, because that is so near and dear to us. Every time you purchase an animal from us, from Keystone Cattle Company, a little bit of us goes out into the world and is able to hopefully bless your family. That is super important to us. That brings meaning. That's why I can't trade in the stock market. There's no immediate gratification from what you're doing. It doesn't seem on the surface to benefit people in the way that this really can. The peace of mind that comes from having your freezer full of really good, nutritious, high nutrient density food that you feel good about is amazing. Having, as Joel Salton says, a larder full of goods that you put away either through purchase and supporting someone local or putting it away yourself. That is a tremendous mental boost that many people do not ever get to experience. Thank you, everyone. Blessings to you as you have blessed us. Please follow along, continue to be a part of our story. We really want to impact our local community, but also our region now that we can ship product. We want to really be able to grow that customer base. We don't want to be the best kept secret of Reinhold's, Pennsylvania. We want to be known for what we're doing because we're doing it the right way. We are growing slowly. We're growing with integrity. We are not compromising our product just to be able to bring it more cheaply. We want to be able to benefit our local community by buying their animals and bringing them to market. People who have the goal of homesteading, but don't have the marketing skills. We want to be able to be the marketing company for them, as well as raise our own animals, because that's the reason we started in this, is because we love the cattle and the hogs. It's not because we hate them. It's because we understand if we treat them well, they will treat us well. And they will help us be prepared and be peaceful. God bless you guys.